Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Back-to-back Western Conference Finals appearance for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves eliminated the Golden State Warriors in 5 to reach the conference finals once again. Ant-Man averaged 26 points a game, almost 8 rebounds, almost 6 assists. Julius Randle right there with him, 25 points a game, almost 7 rebounds, almost 7.5 assists per game. The dynamic duo was as good as advertised, even better as the rounds advanced. Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves have faced a very impressive gauntlet of stars on their way to back-to-back conference finals and dispatched them all. Remember, last year they beat KD and Book. They beat Jokic and Murray. This year, they took down LeBron and Luka. And although they only faced Steph for a game, the game that Steph played in, he started, they ended up losing that game. But once Steph went away, they swept it, a gentleman's sweep, 4-1. Excuse me. So the Timberwolves advance to the Western Conference Finals where they'll await the winner of the Nuggets and the OKC Thunder. Oh, watching this game tonight, Minnesota, they've been very impressive. Ant-Man is a budgeting superstar. He's growing right before our eyes. Julius Randle has found a home. He plays very, very well alongside Ant-Man, and they get great contribution. Jaden McDaniels had 14 points. Rudy Gobert had 17 points. Mike Conley had 16 points. Dante DiVincenzo, he had 13 points. This was an overall team effort, and this is what you want. You get an opportunity to close the team out, you close them out. You don't leave anything to chance because you're a rolled ankle or anything away from extending the series. They took care of business, and now they're moving on. What impressed you most about what you saw tonight from Minnesota?
I think that, watching Minnesota, this year from last year, I think they're most focused. Ant-Man just showing the world how great he's going to be, during his continuing in the NBA. But you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit. This is a big game. Close it out at home. Get ready for the next series. Everybody took a turn tonight. Rudy was inside. Julius just posting up. You got Conley was hitting big threes. Dante doing what he's doing in New York, getting big plays. And Ant was just on cruise control tonight. He makes sure everybody got shots, and he just played the game. He can get smarter and smarter. The more you watch, smarter he get.
Yeah, he had 22 points, 12 assists, which is a career playoff high, 12 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks tonight, and a steal, as you mentioned. The thing where they got whatever they wanted. They shot 63% from the floor. They damn near shot better from the floor than they did the free throw line. They were only 67% from the free throw line. They were 63% from the floor. And as you mentioned, Ant-Man, look at Julius Randle was 13 of 18. Rudy Gobert was 8 of 9. Mike Conley, 5 of 7. Ant-Man, 8 of 15. Nas Reed, 3 of 5. Dante, 5 of 7. So you can see they were getting whatever they want. Easy shots at the rim. They did a great job. Now, they lost the offensive rebounding battle. I mean, Golden State had 18 offensive rebounds to 6. It didn't hurt them, but the next round, both teams can offensive rebound, so they're going to have to clean that up. Ocho, you watched this game, and we talked about when Steph went down, they were going to have an uphill climb. Tonight, Pozetsky, he came to play. He had 28 points, 11 of 19, 4 of 6. Jimmy struggled a little bit, 4 of 11. He only had 11 shots, Ocho. He was 9-11 from the free throw line or 3 from the three-point line. But outside of Paz and Kuminga, they didn't get the contributions that they really needed, and they really needed Jimmy Butler. This is why they got Jimmy. For a game like this, if Steph is out, extend the series. Let's give him an opportunity because he's going to start doing some light working, and the next game is 3 days away. So maybe we get a chance to get him, and this is when they needed playoff Jimmy to be playoff Jimmy in Golden State.
Listen, I don't know what was wrong with Jimmy at all. Because he's been playing. He hasn't been aggressive the past 2 games. Obviously, trying to facilitate to everybody else. If they would even have a chance, you're down 3-1. If you even going to have a chance, I need playoff Jimmy. I need that mentality to come through. Well, I'm going to take this game over. I'm going to do everything I can to get myself in rhythm first, and then I'm going to facilitate to everybody else once I get myself going. Podziemski led the team with 28,
11 of 19.
I mean, what are we talking
Kuminga,
about?
11 of 23. So that shows you they were aggressive. That's what we were expecting for Jimmy. Because remember last game, Ocho, he only took 8 shots. And we're like, man, what's going on with Jimmy? And now he comes back in a closeout game. It's do or die. You either cleaning out your locker or you're getting another outfit ready to go back on the road, back home. And so this is what you give us?
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking now. This is not the Jimmy we used to seeing. This is not the Jimmy I'm used to seeing with Miami. Right. So I'm thinking maybe this late in the season, something's wrong with Jimmy. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe something is ailing that we don't know about, but he's still fighting, knowing that Steph is out and they would have no production from anywhere else outside of him and Kuminga. Kuminga should be in the starting lineup from now on. Period. Steve Kerr should be ashamed of himself for having somebody that's continuously dropping buckets the way he is night in and night out and losing efforts and still doing all he can with Steph being out. Outside of that, listen, Julius Randle did what he was going to do. Ant-Man, he's the face of the league. I don't care what nobody say. He's the head of the snake. The snake gonna always goddamn Rudy Gobert dropped 17 tonight, Unc.
Yeah.
17.
17 and 6. 17. What did he have? He had 17 points, 8 rebounds, no assists, no steals, 1 block. But he was plus 21. Jimmy was plus 20. McDaniels plus 2. So they got an all-around team effort.
But now that you watch, that's the key word. Before I let you finish, right? You just said the key words. A team effort.
Now
6 guys in double figures, Ocho and Oak.
6 guys in double figures. Not just that, Chad. They all start over 50% from the field. That will hurt you. And especially a team undersized, don't have your main guy. And, like I said, Butler, they've been saying he's been playing well. Even though Golden State been winning with him, you ain't see that Butler in Miami. Right. You haven't, a couple games here and there, but he never really played consistent in Golden State. But Golden State won. The record looked good, but on the court in the playoff, Butler, used to take over. But these guys is young, athletic, and that's what the game now. It ain't about banging no more. It's the wear and tear going up and down the court.
If you watch the Warriors and you watch the Timberwolves, where can they guard? Draymond really can't do anything with Drew Randle. He's too big of a body. He just bangs him. They don't really have anybody that can do anything with Ant-Man. And so really your 2 best players, you don't really have an answer for. So if you don't have an answer for them, now you bring the double team. I'm going to kick and I'm going to get Mike Conley getting wide open threes. I'm going to get somebody getting wide open looks or somebody diving to the basket because you've got to send help. If you don't send help, I'm going to punish you guys one-on-one. And that's what happened tonight. Your stars, when you got stars and the opposing team don't have a guys that even if nobody can really stop anybody, but make them be inefficient. Right. Julius Randle was 13 of 18. That's not making him inefficient. Ant-Man was 8 of 15, 5 of 9 from the 3. So he's shooting over 50% from the 3. He's shooting over 50% from the floor. Julius Randle is 13 of 18. What's your answer?
Rudy probably was 8 for 8 from the field.
8 or 9.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's going to be hard to beat them, especially when all 3 of them shooting like that and the team is rolling. They got a little loosey-goosey with them turnovers in the third quarter.
They got a little careless.
And but that's Minnesota, though. They go down by 15, go up by 20.
I think the thing
they play like that.
If I'm Chris Finch, Ocho, I'm saying, look, guys, if we want to be the team that we think we can be, we can't have a lapse like this because we have a lapse like this in the next round. That team will come. Both of those teams will come all the way back and snatch a victory from us.
Right. Yeah.
So let's not play around. Let's kill a gnat with a sledgehammer. We had them down 20, 22, 23 points. Let's go ahead and end it. Make Steve Kerr go ahead and sub his guys out with 4 minutes left because they're down 26. Yeah. Let's not dilly-dally around. And I think that's the mentality you're going to have. You're right. Ant-Man is 23, 24 years of age? Yeah, I think he's 23, isn't he? Ant 23? 22.
23 going, 23.
Yeah, he might be 23. But anyway, those are the type of games. This is a very learnable moment, teachable moment. Because when you get in these situations, Ocho, let's not fool around.
No.
Let's go ahead and end this thing. Hey, I can get you out. Because Ant-Man played 48 minutes. Drew Randle played 43 minutes. McDaniel played 41 minutes. Hey, listen, I could have got your guys off the court. That could have been, instead of 41, that could have been 37. That could have been 36.
Absolutely. And the way they played towards the end of the game, Monk, if they playing a better team, if you're playing a better team out the West,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be able to pull that off. You're not gonna be able to pull that off with those turnovers. And obviously, collectively, when you make it to the when you make it to that Western Conference Finals, you're gonna be playing a much better team all the way around. All the way around. Shit, the goddamn Warriors, and I mean no disrespect, them boys look like a G League team tonight without Steph. You know,
Well, Steph makes everything go.
I know Podzimski and goddamn Kuminga did their thing, but outside of that, well, it really wasn't nothing out there.
You know what?
I think if they still would have Steph, Minnesota, they just too much. They got too much length, and they too talented, and they got Ant-Man and figure how to play basketball. He giving the ball up left and right, and because they double team, somebody open every time because he's passing the ball. You gotta give him credit. He found out how to play the double team.
Right. And I think, you know, Unc and Ocho, I think the best thing to happen to Ant-Man is that he went to the Olympics and he saw the other great players and he saw how they played.
Yeah. Yep.
He saw Steph that'll give the ball up. He saw KD give the ball up. He saw LeBron give the ball up. Think about when they were down to Serbia. And they're like, oh, and you see them guys play unselfish.
Yeah.
Steph, guys making 3 or 4 passes instead of forcing it, because a lot of times, Ant said to himself, hey, hell, I get down 10 points, I'm going hero ball. They say, nah, just make the right pass. Just make the right. You got to be able to trust. Now, obviously, he ain't got LeBron and Steph and KD as teammates, but you have to be willing to trust the guys that they're going to be able to do it. Now, there'll be a time that you have to, go into that phone booth, make a quick change, and come out with the cape on your back. But you're going to have to trust because you're not going to always be able to do that. You're going to have to be able to trust those guys, and those guys need to know that you trust them and give them confidence that they can step up and make those shots. But I like what I saw from him, because when the Lakers tried to take him away, he passed the ball. But the problem that the Lakers had is that not only was he making the right pass, he was still getting 30 points. He was getting 40 points. Right. So you got to make him one or the other. You either make him a scorer or you make him a facilitator. But you can't let him do both. It's kind of like Jokic.
Right there. But the Lakers' problem is they want a double team, but they not quick out of the double team for rotating back to the position. And that's what they killed the Lakers, because Luke Minnesota playing 5.5 against 4.5.
Yeah.
Because Luke wasn't going to do nothing on defense, and they figured that out. That's why they kept rotating the ball. And the Lakers, you wear them out when you rotate the ball like that.
And they kept putting Luka in the pick and roll. So
so make him work.
Because here's the thing: there's one thing to get beat. If a guy can beat you, you're like, okay, make him take 3 dribbles to beat you. Right. The guy beating Luke off the first dribble. So now help comes. Now the white guy's wide
straight
open.
Line drive.
You can't win like that. There's a report coming out, guys. Steve Kerr reportedly had an issue with Jonathan Kuminga looking off Steph at times during the game, per Logan Murdoch. Kuminga has a propensity to look for his shot at the expense of the flow of Golden State's offense, has irked the coaching staff. Team sources say Kerr was incensed after several instances in which Kuminga looked off Curry to create his own offense. Kuminga subsequently received DNPs in the Warriors' regular season finale against the Clippers, and then again in the play-in matchup against the Grizzlies. By the start of the playoffs, many within the organization wondered whether Kuminga, who is eligible for an extension, has played his last game at the Warriors.
That's fine.
The Warriors are now 0-7 when Kuminga plays 20-plus minutes in the playoffs.
That's fine. Send him somewhere else. Send him somewhere else and let someone else that values him and what he brings to the court, let him play. Let him play. He just showed you we could do with Steph being out.
Well, no, I mean, my thing with Steph, you got to be special. You got to be willing to break your game down. Like Draymond, Draymond is perfect for him. Kuminga, he's a guy, athletic, he can get to the rim. He need the ball 20 times a game. So trade him to Washington or somebody, get a player back and play with Steph for the next 2 or 3 years, because you holding this kid back.
You are.
This kid ain't did nothing. If that was some guy that would broke down. He kept his head. He been balling in the playoff, even though they ain't winning. It ain't his fault, because his effort, the points, and for him just being strong to go on the court and just go and perform. Some guy was forget Steve Kerr. And Steve Kerr need to get over this thing too. Get you a lineup. You know what you got. It's playoff. All these 10 different lineups and this and that mismatch. And JJ do a little the same thing too. You break these guys the games down to play how you want to play, but then when the contract come up, are you gonna reward them?
No.
These young guys, they want the ball. They want to feel special. And it's hard to break some habits, especially NBA, because now it's, everybody wants to shoot threes. Yeah. They want to feel the ball. So you got to be careful these days with these players because they real sensitive.
You know what I like too? The fact that you just said, especially players in this day being very sensitive, and it can mess with their mental, especially when you're not getting play time. And now with this report coming out, the fact that even with these reports and him not playing and Kerr not playing Kuminga, look how he still, when he got his opportunity, he took advantage of it. He made the most of it. And he showed you, where regardless of what you got going on, whatever vendetta you may have, or you didn't allow me to play during, the Clipper series, still finna come out here and ball. So all you did was that was his resume, Unc.
Yeah.
You know what he showed too? He showed that he's a real pro, though. He showed he's a real pro.
He didn't hang his head. He could have easily hung his head man, F you. You done sought me. You sought me the finale. You sought me in the play-in, and now you ain't got no choice but to use me. But having played the game as long as you played, when you play with a superstar, you got to be willing to sacrifice. There's no other way around it.
No doubt.
No, I don't care how great you think you are.
A lot of guys.
Go ahead, Oak.
If you ain't like a continued all-star in this league, and you guys, some guys on the bubble, some guys know how to play, but you got to know. Like play with Michael Jordan. When I came in the league, it was 4 stars. And once you see him play practice and what he do, and I knew that I couldn't be a scorer when I played with him. I could rebound defense. I didn't mind doing that because we was winning.
Right.
We was winning. And then you get a lot of perks just being around him and everything else. So NBC bringing him back for some reason.
Hey, we're gonna talk about that a little later. But I think the thing is like it's hard. It's hard when you like, man, I got the game that I could go get 25, and you got to play with LeBron or you got to play with a Steph. I mean, and so those guys are willing to sacrifice, but if you're going to their team, you have to take the bigger sacrifice. Right. That's the only way to do it. I mean, if you go team up with Giannis, you're not getting more shots than Giannis. You're just not.
No. Unless you're LeBron or Curry. That's the only one.
Hey, okay, Unc, let me get this right? So in Kuminga's case, let's say Steph Curry was healthy.
He ain't getting this many minutes.
Hold on, and they both on the floor at the same time. So he has to suppress his game and his shots. Yes. Just so Steph can continue to cook and eat.
Because the offense is built around Steph in perpetual motion. Yeah. So you can't go outside of the scope of the offense in order to create your offense.
Okay, I got you. Now listen, even with what he showed us the past 2 games or 3 games, as good as he's been, putting the ball on the floor, creating his own shot, he still has to defer to Steph no matter what.
Yeah, think about what you just said.
My thing is it's all about read. It's about read. It's like you run a route and that it's 3rd and 6 and the other guy's running 10 or 15 yard route. You run an 8-yard route. I'm gonna look for you first. I just want to get the first down. We can go vertical next round as we get the first down. So Steph is the first option, and Steph is a great passer. Yes, he don't force a lot of shots, but he may be the only guy that can get away with taking certain shots because he's Steph. He created his own element. So you got to live with him and die with him.
But think about what Steph did. Steph sacrificed his game when KD came over. So you think about that. Think about Steph Curry. He was an MVP.
Wait, Steph still averaged the same amount of points, even with KD being there, though.
But he took less. He's like, you know what? Hey, go ahead and do your thing, KD.
Right.
And so that's because at the end of the day, the goal is to try to win a championship. Now, if you want to go, the same reason they got rid of Jordan Poole. They're like, okay, you want to score. We're trying to win games. There's a difference between the two. Ocho, if you're doing what you're doing and we're winning, you see, in the last 7 games in which Kuminga has played 20-plus minutes, they're 0-7.
0-7. But my thing, when Steph played with KD is so efficient. Yes. It's just like he ain't got nothing to worry about. He knows he take 20 shots, he gonna make 13 or 14. If Kuminga take 20 shots, he gonna make 7 or 8. It's a big difference.
And that's the thing. Because now, and guess what? Let's see. Who do we double team? If we double team KD, that means Steph and and Clay getting wide open shots. If we double team Steph, now that means KD and Clay. We're not going to double Clay, but Clay is probably the better of the catch and shooters. KD going to be able to get his own shot.
Right.
He's 7 foot tall. He can put the ball on the floor. He's a 3-level scorer. He can shoot the three. He can get to the midi, and he can finish all the way at the rim. Steph has brought that to his bag now. Because before you run Steph off the line, Steph just going to sidestep you. Now Steph will put the ball on the floor and get to his float game. Mm-hmm. So now how do you defend him? He just needs another player. And they really thought that was going to be Jimmy. Jimmy was supposed to be the guy that was going to alleviate a lot of the stress and tension on Steph because he was a guy because we saw what he did in Miami.
Yeah.
But he, for whatever reason, Ocho, he has not looked like that guy.
Jimmy looked like he on cruise control. They want him to do 85 in the 55. Get off of cruise control. They want you to speed because Curry ain't there. They need you. They need that what you had in Miami. They need that go. The night he's supposed to get 40 or 50.
Oh, he got to take at least 20 plus shots, Oak. He got to take at least 20.
Take the shots,
he needed to have the amount of shots that Kuminga had. Kuminga had 23. Podziemski had 19. That needed to be Jimmy.
Off the bench. Yeah.
You think the booing don't bother somebody like Jimmy, huh? He don't care nothing about the booing, huh?
Huh?
You think the booing?
Nah, Jimmy, he been around. But my thing is, they gave him the money. They gave him the money, and now they want something back for the money.
Right.
And then because Pat Riley took him to the ring. I'm like, no, Pat Riley feel like I said, that needle's going towards E, so instead of full. So he running out of gas. And Pat Riley, when you've been around a long time, you can see the guy's body. He looked good, got the muscles, like get him down the court. But inside, it's like a brand new car. And some people got an old car. I got 10 on my car because all my lights on, but I'm still riding. So you can't see in, but my car's about to break down.
Hey, he got check engine light on. He got the tire pressure light on, Ocho. It's just a matter of time before he sends his ass downside the road.
That's a good one. I like
Pat Riley, one of them old school coaches, Oak. You know this.
Oh, yeah. I played with him.
Riley, all Pat Riley cares about is year to year. Oh, you took us to all these finals? That ain't got nothing to do with it. All I saw last year is that you wore down and you didn't look the same like you did in those championships. So he's not, because Pat is like, and a lot of coaches and GMs and think like this, Ocho. Yeah. I've already paid you. When I give you an extension, I'm basing that extension on what I believe you're going to do in the next 3, 4, 5 years. Okay. I've already paid you for taking us to the finals. I gave you $40 million for that. I ain't paying you based on what you've done. I'm paying you based on what I believe you can do. Right. Jokic is about to sign a 3-year deal, $221 million. Not because he's won 3 MVPs. They believe he can win another 2, 3 more.
Yeah.
That's why you give a guy that kind of contract. And so Jimmy is like, hey, y'all saw what I've done? Yeah, Pat said we rewarded you for that.
But you know how the NFL, you come in, your rookie contract, you get another contract. It's hard to get 3 contracts in the NFL. Oh, yeah. They think you're going down after 8 or 9 years, especially running back. You
might get, now the way they do it now, they're trying to get a running back because they feel the running back, his highest value, Ocho, is when? On his rookie contract. Because he's 21 years of age. So now I get 4 years out of him, 25. I done put 250 carries on him a year, maybe more. So I've already got 1,000 to 1,200 carries on his body.
Yeah.
So that's what they're saying. It's like, well, I don't know. Now, hopefully, with the way Saquon is played, the way Derrick Henry is his body up, Josh Jacobs, we saw resurgence. We saw Genty go very, very high. Because for the longest time, Ocho, they had diminished the role of the running back. Thanks to some great production this year by the running back position, it's starting to come back. We saw Joe Mixon. We saw Josh Jacobs. We saw Henry. We saw Saquon. We saw Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery. So hopefully, they'll start to reward these running backs because they were looking at, the maximum value we're going to get at this guy is his rookie contract.
Yeah, but you got to think, look at all the people you just named. You talk about the cream of the crop. You talk about the creme of the running back position.
Well, they pay every other position that ain't cream of the crop. Look at all these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know who they value most. You know who they value most, and you know who they feel is the least valuable is the running back position. They think you could plug and pull. I could just pull one from somewhere else. You can't pull a Saquon from anywhere else. You can't pull Derrick Henry from anywhere else.
I bet Cincinnati wish they had Joe Mixon.
Hey, Joe had a hell of a
yeah, exactly.
Very, very good season. But the Bengals.
Hey, I bet the Raiders wish they had Josh Jacobs. Look what he did for Green.
Yeah.
Same thing. He missed a beat. He missed a beat.
Yeah.
So, according to Shams, Draymond was fined $50,000 for making an inappropriate comment that questioned the integrity of the game officials during Game 3. Cameras caught Dre on the sideline mouthing 5.5 spread during timeout after he fouled out.
Draymond just need to chill. Draymond, everybody loves Draymond. He talking about everybody after him because he do it. Draymond, you do something every time. They ain't calling this because you Draymond. You do something. They really give you a break, Draymond, and you still holler and cuss the official out every. I vouch official. Draymond would be out of the game by the third time down the court. He'll be out the game.
But he do that.
They trying to let people get.
He does that because he know once he gets one, they're going to be very reluctant to give him that second tech and throw him out of the game because they don't want to influence the game.
Right.
Hey, I wouldn't be worried about influencing the game. I mean, I ain't gonna let somebody cuss me out, average 6-7 points a game. I mean, Draymond got to get a triple double. He got to get a triple double. I know he said he feel good about this team. Butler coming, make this last playoff run with Curry, but the Curry got hurt. The team just seemed like they didn't have no more juice. They played to a limit, but sooner or later you need talent. You got to have talent on the floor to win.
Draymond has been fined $992,000 in his career, with $185,000 coming for actions towards official. He's also been docked $3.2 million for suspensions. So he's lost over $4 million.
Over $4 million. Yeah. Yeah, well.
I don't like to curse that much. I don't like to be right that much, Ocho. I don't know about you, Ocho, but hey, y'all that was a good call. That was a good call, Ref. Good call.
You know what? When you make that kind of money, Unc, it's like you ain't even paying it no mind, honestly.
Oh, you paying it some mind?
Yeah.
Huh? I know. I mean, you got to think about it. If you were to add up my fines, right? I know the times were different. Were different. Now you got to think, for 11 years straight, Unc, I got fined every season for 11 years straight, to the point where I put money aside because I know I'm finna cut up anyway.
But Chad, how much you get fined? Those are different. You might get fined $30,000 a year, $100,000 a year.
What if they find you $250,000 every year?
Hold on, Oak. You got to think, right? My first offense during the season, it starts at 5,000, right?
I'm saying, how much was the average a year? About 40, 50,000?
No. Because by the time I got to about week 10 and I was doing stuff, at that point it was 30 to 40 to 50,000.
So you think you got fined?
Hey, Uncle, at that point, I ain't even care. I'm having fun.
You think you got fined $250,000 a year?
Yeah.
Oh, you think you got fined that much?
Absolutely. Okay. Let me tell you something. Remember when I tweeted on the sideline in 2009? Yeah. That was 30 grand right there. You remember when in September, I put on a poncho, like a real poncho and a sombrero in September. They took 50 for that. And you got to think, I kept doing stuff week in and week out. The orange chin strap, the black chin strap, wearing gold shoes. I didn't care. I just, and when you add it all up, by the end of the season, I didn't care because I was making it up anyway.
You was making money, so you really didn't pay attention to it. That's what happens sometimes. It could be happening with Draymond. But I got fined a lot in my career. I probably got fined about 4 or 5 million.
You got fined too?
My whole career.
Damn, But you played 18 years, 19 years, damn.
Yeah, well, mine was more like suspension. For fighting. Hitting a couple people in the head before the game and stuff.
You was out there tussling with him?
But man, 1-2 is it.
Okay.
Ask Barkley about it.
Hey, you got it with Tyrone Hill. With Tyrone Hill, that's how many games you got suspended for?
That was at a pickup game.
No,
that was in the summertime.
You was fighting at the pickup game? Oh, you was fighting at the pickup game?
Yeah.
No,
Well, he tried to walk up on me. What you say, Shannon?
Who you got to fight with? Hold on. You slapped somebody. You went to that shoot around.
Oh, that was what's the name in the Clippers?
Ty Lawson.
McGinnis.
Yeah, McGinnis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. You knew that the word was going to get back to Stern, that you had did something and he's gonna drop the hammer. Why you do that?
It wasn't about that. He threatened me, man. They was. Hey, I told him I went in their practice. The whole team, everybody, the whole coaches, everybody was there.
Oh, they might have jumped you, man.
No, they weren't gonna do that. I told Lamar Odom, he said that's my friend. I said, well, you supposed to be helping your friend. He didn't help him. No, they know better.
Hey, you was the original Debo, man.
Well, I mean, when somebody threatened you, my brother always told me, don't wait for him, go to him.
I mean, but actually, in a basketball setting, words are just words. They really don't mean that outside of the court. They just saying it because on the court it's a safe place. So they ain't mean it.
No. Hey, Chad, there's one thing I don't play on the court. And I don't play off the court.
Don't.
So
I mean,
if you want to
play, what you see is what you get. I've been knowing it 30 plus years.
Yeah.
He is exactly what he said. Believe if he say he gonna slap the ish out you, if he get close to you, he gonna slap you.
I like it.
Yeah. But no, it's all good.
Who did you lend money to? Who did you lend money to in the card game and he didn't pay you back?
Tyrone Hill.
Yeah.
Tyrone Hill. Yeah.
That happened at a game too.
He paid you back? He paid you back yet?
Well, he was trying not to, but he said he was going through a divorce, and then he said his wife or something happened, this and that. I'm like, huh? I said, I ain't lending to your wife. So I got it right before the playoff, though. Look at that.
Man, you was wild one on that one.